Good morning. Okay. പിന്നെ ഏത് ചാപ്റ്റർ വിഷയം പറഞ്ഞിരിക്കുന്നത്? ഓക്കെ, ക്വാളിറ്റി മാനേജ്മെന്റ് അല്ലേ? ഫോർത്തും കൂടി ഉള്ള. ഓക്കെ കേട്ടോ, വായിച്ചു നോക്കിക്കോളൂ കേട്ടോ. 5 മിനിറ്റ് സമയം തരാൻ, എന്നിട്ട് നമുക്ക് സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്യാം. ഓക്കെ, അയാൾ സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്യാം കേട്ടോ. നമുക്ക് സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്താലോ? ഓക്കെ. According to the text, quality is the extent to which a product or services dash a person or group. Option is expensive for, is new to, satisfies, is advertised to. ഏതാണ് ആൻസർ? According to the text, quality is the extent to which a product or service dash a person or group is expensive for, is new to, satisfies, is advertised C ആണ് answer. Quality of care means healthcare activities that benefit our patients without causing damage, expense, delay, harm, inconvenience. Quality of care means healthcare activities that benefit our patients without causing damage, harm, and option C. Which of the following is a component of a quality health services? Profitability, marketing, technical competence, popularity. C ആണ് answer. Which factor can affect a patient's access to health services? Which factor can affect a patient's access to health services? Option A, the color of the hospital, the number of doctors, financial cost of services, the hospital's advertising. Which factor can affect a patient's access to health services? The color of the hospital, the number of doctors, financial cost of services, the hospital's advertising. Hospital advertising ആണോ? Financial cost കേട്ടോ, finance. നമ്മൾ എൻട്രി ഒക്കെ പഠിച്ചപ്പോൾ ഒരു 3 ഫാക്ടേഴ്സ് പഠിച്ചില്ലേ? അതാണ് അവിടെ കൊടുത്തിരിക്കുന്നത് കേട്ടോ. ഫിനാൻഷ്യൽ കോസ്റ്റ് ഓഫ് സർവീസസ്. സി ആണ് ഓപ്ഷൻ വരുന്നത്. The principle of equity in healthcare means the equity services should be provided to. The principle of equity in healthcare means that quality services should be provided to only wealthy patients, only adults, all people who are in need of them, only patients in cities. See an answer. Effectiveness in healthcare means providing care that generates a dash changes in the patient's health. Effectiveness in healthcare means providing care that generates a dash change in the patient's health. Negative, minimal, positive, temporary. Positive, അല്ലേ? C ആണ് ആൻസർ. Good interpersonal relations between staff and clients is seen as an important feature of good interpersonal relations between staff and the clients is seen as an important feature of hospital billing, quality of care, hospital security, the building's architecture. Good interpersonal relations between staff and the clients is seen as an important feature of hospital billing, quality of care, hospital security, the building's architecture. Option B ആണ് answer. Features like comfortable seats, television sets, and educational materials at the OPD are known as necessities, amenities, requirements, luxuries. Amenities are answer. Okay. From the patient's perspective, they require services that are delivered on time by dash and respectful staff. Fast, friendly, serious, famous. Fast, friendly, serious, famous. Okay, friendly. Be an answer. What is the primary purpose of accreditation standards? What is the primary purpose of accreditation standards? To increase the hospital profits, to rank hospitals for marketing, to improve the safety and quality of care, to reduce the number of staff, to increase the hospital profit, to rank hospital for marketing, to improve the safety and quality of care, to reduce the number of staff. See an answer. Okay. Joint Commission International was established to observe hospitals dash the United States. Joint Commission International was established to observe hospitals dash the United States only within in the southern part of outside in the capital of in the option outside. JCI accreditation is considered the dash for quality. JCI accreditation is considered the dash for quality. Silver standard, gold standard, minimum standard, none of the above. Be an answer, gold standard. Which of the following is not one of the 8th type of healthcare programs accredited by JCI? Not hospitals, clinical laboratories, medical hospitals, home care facilities. Option C. IPSG stands for dash. IPSG stands for dash. And then the full formula IPSG. In the full form, an option for option. Correct answer. International Patient Safety Goal. How often are the JCI standards re-examined and published? How often are the JCI standards re-examined and published? Every year, at least every 3 years, every 5 years, every 10 years. Be an answer. A typical JCI survey team include a physician, a nurse, and a dash. Lawyer, accountant, administrator, engineer. Physician down, nurse down, then administrator down. What does NAP stands for? What does NAP stands for? full form. The full form, lab in the full form. National accreditation board for hospital and healthcare provider. NAB divides hospital with less than 50 beds into which category? NAB divides the hospital with less than 50 beds into which category? HCO, Healthcare Organization, LHO, Large Hospital Organization, MCO, Medium Care Organization, SHCO, Small Healthcare Organization. D and answer. The main NABH, അതായത് NAB Gate Book has 10 chapters with 10 standards and a dash objective elements. എത്രയാണ് objective elements എന്നുള്ളത് ട്ടോ? എത്രയാണ് objective elements? നമ്പർ 651 അല്ലേ? ACC stands for ACC stands for ACC stands for എന്താ പറയാ? ACC. Assessment and continuity of care. What is the primary purpose of key performance indicators? Key performance indicators the purpose is to directly improve performance, to provide signpost that signal progress towards goals, to calculate the hospital profits, to rank employees for bonuses. Option B ആണ് വരുന്നത്. Okay. Next, medical errors is any dash event that may cause or lead to unsuitable medication use or patient harm. Unavoidable, intentional, preventable, unexpected. Okay. What is an adverse drug reaction? What is an adverse drug reaction? Option: an expected side effect of a drug, a response to a drug which is toxic and unintended at normal doses, an allergic reaction to the drug's packaging, when a patient refuses to take a drug. ആണ് വരുന്നത്. A pressure ulcer is a localized injury to the skin, normally over a dash. A pressure ulcer is a localized injury to the skin, normally over a dash. Soft tissue area, muscular area, bony prominence, joints. See. Surgical site infection rate is calculated by dividing the number of exercise by the number of dash performed in that month. Patient admitted, surgeries, staff working days. സർജറീസുമായിട്ട് ബന്ധപ്പെട്ടതാണ് അല്ലെ സർജറി. What is the near miss? Option: an event that resulted in a major patient harm. An unplanned event that did not result in harm but had the potential to do so. Option C: an error made by a junior staff member. A complaint filed by a patient's family. And our answer: near miss. Option B ആണ് answer. A needle stick injury is a perforating stab wound from a needle that may result in exposure to radiation, chemicals, blood or other body fluids, clean water. C ആണ് വരുന്നത്. The nerve standard are reformed every dash years. 2, 4, 6, 8. Nerve standards reform ചെയ്യുന്നത് 4 ആണ് ട്ടോ. Option B ആണ് answer. A mock drill is a dash exercise of preparedness for an event or disaster. A mock drill is a dash exercise of preparedness for an event or disaster. Physical, written, simulation, real. C ആണ് answer. A patient fall is defined as the loss of upright position that result in landing on the dash bed, chair, floor, wall. C ആണ് answer. JCI accreditation is usually dash. JCI accreditation is usually dash mandatory, voluntary, free, government run. Mandatory, voluntary, free, government run. Okay. ഏതാണ് ഫ്രീ ആണോ? ബി ആണ് ആൻസർ. വോളണ്ടറി. വോളണ്ടറി ആണ് കേട്ടോ. Expand HIC. Expand HIC. Expand HIC. Hospital infection controller. Okay. നമ്മുടെ ചാപ്റ്റർ കംപ്ലീറ്റ് ആയിട്ടുണ്ട്. ഇനി നെക്സ്റ്റ് ചാപ്റ്ററും കൂടി നോക്കാം കേട്ടോ. ഫിഫ്ത് ചാപ്റ്റർ നോക്കിക്കോളൂ. മെഡിക്കൽ ഗ്യാസ് സിസ്റ്റം. ഒരു 5 മിനിറ്റ് സമയം തരാം, എന്നിട്ട് നമുക്ക് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് നോക്കാം. ഓക്കെ, അയച്ചു നോക്കിക്കോളൂ കേട്ടോ. കിട്ടിയായെങ്കിൽ പറയാട്ടോ. അപ്പൊ ഫിഫ്ത്ത് ചാപ്റ്റർ ആണ്, ഫോർത്ത് മൊഡ്യൂളിലെ ഫിഫ്ത്ത് ചാപ്റ്റർ ആണ് നമ്മൾ റിവൈസ് ചെയ്യാൻ പോകുന്നത്. സെൻട്രലൈസ്ഡ് മെഡിക്കൽ ഗ്യാസ് സിസ്റ്റം. ഓക്കെ, ഫസ്റ്റ് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ, വാട്ട് ഈസ് medical gas? Gas is used for industrial purposes. Gas is administered to patient for medical procedure. Gas is used for hospital air conditioning. Gas found naturally in the atmosphere. Option B ആണ് answer. A centralized medical gas system is compared to essential utilities like electricity and dash, internet, water, transportation, food services. B. Medical gas system include a vacuum system and a waste anesthetic gas dash, production system, disposal system, storage system, recycling system. B and answer. Medical air is used in hospital to distribute the dash, water, medical gas, electricity, anesthesia. Medical air is used in hospital to distribute the dash, water, medical gas, electricity, anesthesia. Okay, B and answer. Which medical gas is commonly known as laughing gas? Nitrogen, nitrous oxide, oxygen, medical air. ഇതിനെയാണ് laughing gas എന്ന് വിളിക്കുന്നത്? B ആണ് കേട്ടോ, nitrous oxide ആണ്. Which of the following is not a component of a centralized gas system? Source of supply, piping networks, bedside table, warning and alarm system. Okay, C ആണ് answer. What is the purpose of a zone valve? What is the purpose of a zone valve? Option, to increase the pressure of the gas, to isolate the large part of the system for modification or repair, to connect equipment to the gas supply, to monitor the gas flow rate. B and answer. Which alarms monitors the main gas line and the source condition? Alarm, area alarm, zone alarm, master alarm, service alarm. Okay. C ആണ് answer. According to ISO standards, what is the color code of oxygen? Oxygen color code എന്താണ്? Light blue, black, white, yellow. Okay, white ആണ് കേട്ടോ. Nitrous oxide ന്റെ color code എന്താ? Nitrous oxide, white, light blue. Okay, black and white, gray, light blue ആണ് answer. Section color code ഏതാ? Section yellow. Okay. പഠിച്ചു വെക്കണം കേട്ടോ, കളർ കോഡ് ഇമ്പോർട്ടന്റ് ആണ്. When moved, when being moved, cylinders must always be secured to a dash. When being moved, cylinders must be always secured to a dash. Trolley, wheelchair, bed frame, staff member. നമ്മൾ സിലിണ്ടേഴ്സ് മൂവ് ചെയ്യിക്കുമ്പോൾ ട്രോളി ഉപയോഗിക്കണം അല്ലെ? ഓക്കെ, ട്രോളി. Before transporting a cylinder, what should be in a place to protect the valve? Before transporting a cylinder, what should be in place to protect the valve? The regulator, flow meter, the flow meter, the valve protection cap, the plastic bag. എന്താ പറയാ? സി ആണ് കേട്ടോ. വാൽവ് പ്രൊട്ടക്ഷൻ ക്യാപ്പ് ഉപയോഗിക്കാം പ്രൊട്ടക്ഷൻ ചെയ്യാൻ വേണ്ടി. What is regulator? What is regulator? A device that increases gas pressure. A device that accepts gas at a high pressure and reduces it to a lower working pressure. A device for mixing different gases. The valve on top of the cylinder. B an answer. What is an SDS? What is an SDS? Safety Development System, Standard Usage Sheet, Safety Data Sheet, Secure Dispensing Station. Safety Data Sheet. Medical air must be free of pollution, particles, oil, and dash. Color, odors, nitrogen, oxygen. Medical air must be free of pollution, particles, oil, and dash. Color, odors, nitrogen, oxygen. B ആണ് ട്ടോ. Area alarms are found on alarm panels and monitor the conditions of a specific dash area. Area alarms are found on alarms panels and monitor the conditions of a specific dash areas. Storage, administrative, critical care, public. See an answer. And advantages of centralized system for hospital staff is the dash availability of gas on taps. The advantages of the centralized system for hospital staff is the dash availability of gas on taps. Slow, limited, strict, expensive. C ആണ് അല്ലെ ആൻസർ. ISO color code for medical air. White, black and white, light blue. C ആണ് ആൻസർ. Manifold operator is responsible for placing orders for dash of the cylinders. The manifold operator is responsible for placing orders for dash of the cylinders. Disposal, painting, refilling, selling. See an answer. Refill ചെയ്യാം. Cryotherapy is a procedure that may use which gas? Cryotherapy is a procedure that may use which gas? Oxygen, carbon dioxide, medical air, nitrous oxide. Be an answer. Zone valves are typically installed on dash valves. Zone valves are typically installed on dash valves. Patient room, operating room, corridor, exterior. ഇതാണ് D ആണ് ട്ടോ ആൻസർ. എക്സ്റ്റീരിയർ ട്ടോ. What do inlet in a medical gas system supply? What do inlet in a medical gas system supply? Oxygen, medical air, vacuum, nitrogen. See an answer. Regulators should be removed from the cylinder during dash. Regulators should be removed from the cylinder during dash. Use, storage, transport, cleaning. Use, storage, transport, cleaning. Use ആണ് വരുന്നത്. Regulators should be removed from the cylinder during dash. Use, storage, transport, cleaning. C ആണ് ആൻസർ ട്ടോ. ട്രാൻസ്പോർട്ട്. Manifold operator is responsible for helping the OT technician maintain the dash mission. ഏത് മിഷൻ ഉപയോഗിച്ചിട്ടാണ്? A manifold operator is responsible for helping the OT technician maintaining the dash mission. X-ray, MRI, pulse, ECG. Okay. C ആണ് ആൻസർ. Besides surgeries, carbon dioxide is also used for dash stimulation. Besides surgery, carbon dioxide is also used for dash stimulation. Cardiac, muscular, respiratory, neural. ഏതാ വരാ? C ആണ് ആൻസർ. The manifold operator must ensure correct dash in the pipeline. Manifold operator must ensure correct dash in the pipelines. Temperature, color, pressure, humidity. Temperature, color, pressure, humidity. C ആണ് answer. Regulators are gas dash. Regulators are gas dash. Universal, specific, interchangeable, disposable. Specific കേട്ടോ ബി ആണ് ആൻസർ. ഒരുവിധം നമ്മൾ കംപ്ലീറ്റ് ആക്കിയിട്ടുണ്ട്. അപ്പോ 5th 7th ചാപ്റ്റർ കംപ്ലീറ്റ് ആക്കി. ഇനി നമുക്ക് നോക്കാനുള്ളത് HIS നോക്കണം, അതുപോലെ തന്നെ പേഷ്യന്റ് സാറ്റിസ്ഫാക്ഷനും നമുക്ക് നോക്കാനുണ്ട് അല്ലെ. അതോട് കൂടിയിട്ട് 4th മൊഡ്യൂൾ കംപ്ലീറ്റ് ആവില്ലേ? HIS-ഉം അതുപോലെ തന്നെ പേഷ്യന്റ് സാറ്റിസ്ഫാക്ഷൻ, പിന്നെ കമ്പ്യൂട്ടറിന്റെ ചാപ്റ്റർ അല്ലെ, ബേസിസ് ഓഫ് കമ്പ്യൂട്ടർ ഇല്ലേ? ഇത്രയുമല്ലേ മിസ് എടുത്തിരിക്കുന്നത്? ഓക്കെ, അപ്പൊ നാളെ ജസ്റ്റ് നമുക്ക് അതും കൂടി നോക്കാം. നാളത്തെയും കൂടി ക്ലാസ് ഉള്ളൂല്ലോ. അപ്പൊ ജസ്റ്റ് ആ 3 ചാപ്റ്ററും ഒന്ന് നോക്കി വരാം. നമുക്ക് കുറച്ച് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് റിവൈസ് ചെയ്യാം കേട്ടോ. ഓക്കെ, താങ്ക് യു.